2 links down below in the description box. As always, I'm going to try to make this quick. It's not like these videos are the most exciting that I make on my channel, but I really, really do enjoy them a lot. So this took place in Austin, Texas, if that matters. And then today, as of the making of this video, we're going to have Saturday night's main event, and that's going to be in San Antonio, if I'm not mistaken. And then Dallas, just a few days before, is when we had Monday Night Raw. So a lot of stuff going on in Texas, which is a lot of fun, as I seem to like that state a lot. So Joe Tessitore did an interview with Cody Rhodes in the ring. Again, Dusty Rhodes, that's his hometown, is Austin, Texas. Today, Cody turns the title in for an entire week for the until the Royal Rumble, right? So that's where they're going to mediate with Shawn Michaels for the contract signing tonight again at Saturday night's main event. 10 out of 10 times, Cody Rhodes says that Kevin Owens takes the easy way out. However, we know that that's actually not true unless it's since he's turned. Because when he faced him, remember, and he had the knee injury, he couldn't do it. He was like, no, I can't do it. So he doesn't actually always take the easy way out. So maybe I misunderstood what he meant. And when he made a mention of Cody himself being like a kind, nice person, he said, don't forget, I'm a student of Randy Orton. And if he has to, he can be downright mean. So don't you worry about that. And then speaking of which, there was that little bit of a mention today again, 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific, with Jesse the Body Ventura. You would think they would promote him, but Jesse the Body Ventura did in fact confirm on X, aka Twitter, I still call it Twitter, he is going to be there. He's actually scheduled to appear at every single Saturday night's main events for the remainder of the year 2025. You're going to have on that card, as they mentioned it, in case you're curious, Gunther versus Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight title. You're going to have Rhea versus Nia for the Women's World title. Braun Breaker versus Sheamus for the Intercontinental title. So there's a lot of championships on the line. More than half of the matches are actually going to be on the line. 3/4 of the matches. So maybe that's why the whole thing feels like a main event, right? Then you're going to have the Royal Rumble contract signing between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes, with Shawn Michaels again mediating that. And I believe the last match, if these are to believe to be in order, you're going to have Braun Strowman versus Jacob Fatu, which I think is going to be one hell of an amazing brawl. Motor City Machine Guns defeat Pretty Deadly. Pretty Deadly are pretty capable. And I think that this was a good match. Again, it's hard for me not to compare them a little bit with Tyler Breeze and Fandango. Remember when they did the whole Fashion Police thing and Gorgeous with Tyler Breeze? I feel like there's a little bit of that. I don't even know what the word is I'm looking for, but there are hints of it in Pretty Deadly, the whole pretty boy thing and all that. And I just kind of feel like it sucks because sometimes you can be let go for whatever reason outside of your control, and then they'll bring in other people that sort of kind of not necessarily remind you of a certain person, and they're not necessarily any better, but they're getting pushed, they're getting championships, and it just kind of makes you wonder sometimes just what happened. But Motor City Machine Gun, I think they're very, very solid as a tag team, and I think Pretty Deadly is as well. Just that whole, oh my God, oh no, I don't want to have to fight you. You know, like that whole persona thing, and I get it, that it's scripted. I don't really like that. And that's actually something about Jimmy Uso that you get with Kevin Owens, that you just get in general. Remember the Jimmy Uso from before he turned face? He was kind of like acting all like silly and stuff, and he was always like, you know, the coward persona. And I was like, yeah, that's right. I'm getting up in people's faces and I'm getting shit done. And that's the same goddamn thing Seth Rollins used to do when he used to have J&J Security. Again, I know that this is something I've mentioned before in the past, but I hate that persona. Look at Gunther. Gunther's a heel, but he goes, oh, sure. You think you want to do this? Go ahead. Let's do it. It's your funeral. Like, he just doesn't care. He's still heelish, but he's not a coward heel. And anyways, I really appreciate that, and I don't appreciate that little angle from Pretty Deadly, because like I said, when you put all the theatrics aside and you actually see them in action, They're quite capable. They're not scaredy cats, even though they kind of come across as such sometimes. So backstage, Nick Aldis tells The Miz that he's on SmackDown, and The Miz is naturally not happy because the Wyatt Six got moved there. And then The Miz admits that he's the one that strategically had them moved over to SmackDown. So now he's like, damn it, Karrion Kross. In other words, he thinks that Kross may have had something to do with The Miz also going over to SmackDown. Kevin Owens comes out to the ring, giving Joe Tessitore a hard time, and then Wade Barrett moves out of the way. And he did that a couple of times throughout the night, and I really hated that. Again, this isn't a shot at Wade Barrett. This is, again, probably his personality type. He's meant to be like that. I wish he would have done like he did with Drew McIntyre not all that long ago and just gotten Drew McIntyre's face. It's not like he's afraid or anything. But anyhow, he gave Matthew McConaughey a hard time a little bit, Kevin Owens, that is. And then he's got the Bret Hart jacket, as you could see there. He's got a Love Sami Zayn Forever t-shirt. Jimmy Uso came out and he just said, you know what, you talk too damn much. Bop kicks him out of the ring. And then Jimmy states on the microphone, later tonight, it's you and me. And I really like that, forwardness of Jimmy. It wasn't like that near the end when he was still with Roman Reigns when he was a heel. Okay? What do we got here? I'm getting distracted, so I got a lot of stuff going on. Good for me. B-Fab and Michin defeated Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. So this was a huge win for Michin. Not Michin. It's not your shin, it's your chin. Get it? Michin did her finisher, and she pinned the Intercontinental Champ. It's kind of a big deal. So she pinned her. I would have liked to have seen a bit more of B-Fab. I feel like she was only in there for a few moments. I said this before. Again, the same. Didn't I say this the last time she wrestled? Yeah, anyhow. Seemed decent for what was there. For someone that hasn't had like a lot of in-ring, like at least on TV that I know of, experience. She seemed to be doing pretty good. And like I said, I would have liked to have seen more. And maybe we will in the future, just like I was hoping to see more Michin. And we have. And I'm very happy about that, along with Piper Niven. So Nick Aldis introduces Damian Priest to Carmelo Hayes backstage to say that he's now part of the SmackDown brand and he's going to face Carmelo. I'm sorry, I gotta mute this phone. It is a bit of a clusterfuck here. It's because I ordered a guitar, and anyways, another story for another day. Nick Aldis, yeah, I already said that. Damian Priest. So Charlotte Flair, we had a vignette promo of her. She's going to be returning to the Royal Rumble. I would have preferred, in a way, to have had it kept a secret. Whatever. I thought it was a cool promo. That production value that they do, they're always good. They really feel Hollywood production-like. And she basically says, when you're the GOAT, you don't need to say that you're the GOAT. I was like, ooh. I like the look that she had. It's going to be interesting to see what she's going to be. Heel, babyface, I don't know. But she's back at the Royal Rumble. I'm super, super, super excited. I have a strong feeling she could potentially be a winner. Tiffy in ring promo about not being worried about the Royal Rumble. Rhea Ripley comes out, says that she's going to get Nia good. She wasn't trashing Tiffy. So this felt more like two faces again talking, because again, maybe Tiffy's a tweener or whatever the hell that word is called, where you're like an in-between. You're not literally necessarily a heel or a face. I know I keep going on about that, but oh my goodness. So then Nia and Candice come out. Nia's going to be in the Royal Rumble. Nia and Candice. Then I said Nia and Bianca. I meant Naomi. See, I got distracted. Naomi and Bianca come out. They're going to be in the Royal Rumble. Oh, if I don't win, you're going to win. If you don't win, yeah. And all that stuff. Then Liv Morgan comes out. She's in the Royal Rumble. Then Rhea Ripley just, you know what, bonk. Headbutts Liv. And a little bit of a skerfuffle there for a couple of moments. And that was about it. And then we had, did we have it? We did. It's somewhere. I don't know where it is. But we had Nia and Candice and Liv, and they defeated Rhea, Bianca, and Naomi, because they decided after the brawl to do a 3-on-3. Why they didn't do a 4-on-4 and then Liv just, like, I don't know. I just thought it was kind of weird, but whatever. That's what ended up happening. Tiffy and Liv just walked off into the sunset, and it wasn't a 4-on-4. I would have rather to see a 4-on-4, but whatever. It's a crazy match, like lots of move. It was nice, plain and simple. Sometimes, like I said, there really isn't much analyzing or being super descriptive with every match. Sometimes it's just like, hey, it didn't look like a fucking train wreck. You know what I mean? And to me, sometimes that alone makes it a good match when things just look smooth and all that sort of stuff. Apollo Crews defeats Johnny Gargano. And that was really cool because Apollo Crews is someone that I've always said is amazing. He's just incredibly talented. Tomato Champ got a little bit involved. Then MCMG or Motor City Machine Guns came out. They didn't interfere, but they did distract because people were looking on, aka DIY. And yeah, Apollo just capitalized. He won. I thought this was an important win for him. He's been around for a long time, kept in super great shape. Because, you know, sometimes when you're no longer at the forefront of stuff, what could end up happening is not that you let yourself go, but sometimes it can happen. But this guy is on his game. And I really miss when him and Baron Corbin were together. Except now he's Bishop Dyer and he's going to be surfing around the indies now. That's what Baron Corbin's going to do. But, yeah, this guy, just like Michin, I just feel like they're good. They're good, but they didn't get the push that I felt they deserved. And then instead they were pushing more Ricochet to kind of make that mild comparison, the whole high flyer thing and whatever. But I feel like Apollo Crews, personally, for me, I just like him more. Not an insult to, I almost said Karma, to Ricochet. Okay, so, yeah. And then LA Knight defeats Tama Tonga. Again, with Jacob Fatu that was talking on the way out. I really feel like Jacob Fatu could be the, the head of the table. But yeah, so LA Knight defeats Tama Tonga. LA's baseball slide, when he landed like in a front stance position, he could have easily torn his knee apart. Great back and forth. Fatu goes hog wild post-match on LA Knight. Wade literally practically runs away. Like, I'm like, what are you doing? Meanwhile, Joe Tessitore sometimes just takes his glasses off. Like, what, you got something to say? I don't get it. But anyways, Braun Strowman comes out. Fatu shoves Tama Tonga from holding him back, gets in the ring, but not much happened. And that was that. This was funny, too. The Miz backstage cozies up to Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. He's like, imagine the Marine 7. And then Nick Aldis comes in. He's like, all right, you've been summoned to Raw. Adios. And then the Miz is like, no, now I'm alone. I got no friends. That would have been a cool trio, those three. It really would have. So there you have it. Now Grayson Waller and Austin Theory are going to go on to Raw. Damian Priest did defeat Carmelo Hayes. Priest with the Undertaker-like rope walk at the top was really cool. I can only imagine, actually, how difficult that move can be. Truly, especially if the rope's a bit slippery and all this kind of stuff. Carmelo was good. Not a squash match. I was kind of worried it was going to be a squash match, but this made Carmelo look like, you know what? I might be smaller, not as tall, not as big, and all this kind of stuff, but I can hang in there. Walk around with me. And I like that. I don't like him as a heel, but I like him. He's good. He's really good. And then in the end, Kevin Owens defeats Jimmy Uso. KO walking down, grabs a pen from one of the fans, goes to sign. I pretend like he was going to sign, like he just grabbed the pen, just went bloop, just chucked it. I was like, oh shit. Because he's a legit fan. He wanted an autograph from Kevin Owens, but he's just like, nope. This, of course, for me, was a nice match. Cody came out post-match because KO was going to small package pile driver Jimmy on the announce table. And that just did not happen, and it ended that way. And this ended up still being 15 minutes. But you know what? Why am I stressing out? I had fun. Did you? If you didn't, I'm sorry for that. Thumbs up as always if you liked the video. It does greatly help support that channel with the algorithm. Again, trying to make me more relevant in the search results when people are looking shit up. And if you didn't like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs down. I'll bend it in half, twist it. You'll get the packaged pile driver with a thumb and... Oh, we don't want to picture that. If you want to subscribe, naturally, that'd be great. But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll see some of you in tomorrow's video, because tomorrow I'm going to be recapping tonight's Saturday night Saturday night's main event. Take care, and until next time, bye for now.